high-speed motor in a 40 Ford coupe. She had a racing cam and a supercharged. Look out, buddy, hot rod at large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod. She's my hot rod.
We are really excited about having you back on because you make some really good stuff. Every time I go to the hot rod shows at Blue Top and stuff, I say, who did your interior? Marco. Or I see a really cool motorcycle seat. Who did that? Marco. I mean, it's like, I have a Marco.
Thanks, George. I appreciate it.
I'll tell you what, Marco has M&C Custom Interiors. I wrote it down, and now I can't find it. It's in Highland. And, yeah, M&C Custom Interiors in Highland. Marco, what's the phone number over there in case anybody really needs you? We'll get that out there right away.
219-588-4189.
Okay, so if you have problems with your regular car, Marco does that kind of stuff too, but you want to see some real creations, I'll tell you what. What did you ever do with that long-haired Mexican cow? Remember that? I thought it was a gorilla. The hair was so long. I said, what is that? You killed a gorilla. He goes, no, this is off of a cow from Mexico. I said, how does a cow from Mexico live with that much hair? It's too hot.
That was a motorcycle seat.
Is it really?
Seat, yeah. Actually won first place in Wisconsin on a Harley event down there. It was really nice. It was long time ago though that I did that one. Yeah, first place.
That was sharp.
Yeah,
it was a sharp.
nice.
It was a sharp piece of material.
Yeah.
Then there was a hunk of ostrich. He offered to make a bikini for She Who Will Be Obeyed out of the ostrich. He's, hey, it's watertight. I mean, come on. You ever see an ostrich drown? No. It's watertight. But she wanted a little more flexibility. You know how women are. That's a little stiff for me. She wanted something probably in mink, if I know her.
Ooh,
or sable or something very expensive. And then one time you had a stingray.
Right.
You had a big old hunk of stingray you brought in. He was going to make a headliner out of it?
Just with the Stingray, we use it just like for little sections on the seat.
Yeah.
But I got I think you remember the croc, the little the midget croc.
Yeah.
That I brought. Yeah, that one. Also motorcycle seats. Yeah.
Wow, crocodile motorcycle seat. Hello.
Yes, it's a real deal. Yeah.
That's on the scary side to me. I don't know if I want to sit on a crocodile because I'm not much on I'm not much on reptiles to begin with. Now,
yeah, me neither.
Marco's got a seat here. He wants to show us. It's a Pontiac seat. It's for a custom car. Give us the background on this because that is not the seat that would fit in that car. I mean,
no, the frame. I started with a 1964 Pontiac seat, which is very narrow on the back. So I took it apart, and the gentleman just wanted this chrome section from a Chevy SS Impala, but they're so expensive that you can hardly find them. So what I did is we ended up buying this separately. And obviously, all the foams are created by me. The frame we modify it, and you just make the new pattern, foam and everything. It looks easy, but who
looks easy? You had to reframe it,
yes,
and then restuff it, and then recover it.
Yeah, hand shaven. The foams you have to go do them by hand, and it's just complicated. It is very complicated, and I like doing stuff like this, but this one definitely kicked my butt.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of work. That's like 3 tons of work. I don't know. Wow. And the steering wheel. Bring that steering wheel up here and show these people the steering wheel. This you could drive all day with. This is soft. This is so nice. It is so. This is yeah.
And this one is very thin. It's almost like all around the frame is very thin. So I foam it. Closed cell foam is called, and then rewrap it with leather and hand stitch.
Hand stitch.
And then this obviously buffed it and
Oh yeah, Chizo Pete. Now you had to hand sew that?
Oh yeah. Oh, this is hands. Yep.
Chizo Pete.
No hand stitch.
That it's dying. It's a dying craft.
Yes, it is.
It's a dying craft. I mean, the sewing machines. Yeah, I know a lot of guys that fix convertible tops and stuff, but then the sewing machine is an integral part of what you do.
Yeah.
You couldn't do those big seats and stuff without it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this is a craftsman.
And you know what, George? You can buy the steering wheel, obviously, a nice belted one with all this modernize it and all that. But once the car is done, I'll show you a picture. What we're trying to recreate is the old school, bringing it to modern.
But see, the thing is, once the car is done, and you have a picture of this, you made that steering wheel.
Yes.
You didn't buy that in the catalog, so nobody else has got it.
Right, and it's functional. Everything works.
That's what we call a Marco.
Yeah.
He has a Marco steering wheel.
And
I mean, how good is that?
And the light, the logo, I handmade, hand polished, and everything. And you can buy probably something like that, but I just love doing stuff with my hands.
Well, but but it's unique. This is all unique.
Yeah.
This makes a custom car a custom car.
Right.
It's not a custom car if you go through the catalog and buy a bunch of parts and throw it in the front door.
Right.
And call it a custom car. It's not a custom
Right.
car. If Marco builds you a seat and then covers you a steering wheel, you got the start of a custom anyway. I mean, you do carpeting and all that too if you have to. I mean, you get a car in there and carpet it. And
Oh yeah, this one is gonna take everything: carpet, headliner,
Door panels?
convertible top. Yeah, we're doing fiberglass on the
oh, it's
door
convertible.
panel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing all that too as well. Custom made the top, because he wants a special look to it. And if you see
And
the
see
car,
now nobody's going to have that either.
No.
You can't go to the J.C. Whitney catalog and pull out a convertible top and say it's a Marco because it's not.
No, it's definitely the whole interiors, the dash, everything. The dash is gonna light up everywhere. I don't usually do the lights as much, but this gentleman the customer really likes stuff like that.
Yeah.
So let me.
Got to
ahead
do
and
what you
go.
got to do.
Yeah.
Hey, we're old school. We make it work.
Oh, I love clean. Maybe a little lights here and there, but just you got some customers that love just go all the way.
Flashy.
Oh yeah, flashy. There you go. That's the best.
Clean and crisp is more my style, but flashy's all
Yeah,
right. I mean, I
definitely.
can live with that.
And I'm doing a lot of extra stuff for this fella because he's not only my customer, but we've been good friends for a long time.
Okay.
And it's not that I do more for friends or
Oh,
anything.
I know.
But he's such a good, cool cat that I'm like, he definitely,
John from Avanti. How you doing?
Hi, John from Avanti. How are you?
Okay, hey, when T-Rex said the 15 different ways that he can listen to your show, he forgot the one that I listen to, handheld AM radio, battery operated.
Oh, jeez. You're dating yourself, buddy. You could be on this
about
panel,
old school, right?
You could be on this panel we got going right here, me and Marco Leone. I'll tell you like it is, man.
Hey,
we're old. That's old school.
Talking about car interiors, years ago, I worked at Avanti. Used to be Studebaker, used to make them, and then after Studebaker went out of business, they were made by a private concern, and we would build a custom luxury car, any automotive color you want. We had cars that were Ford pickup truck blue or Ferrari red. We had people that would bring their interior designers in that did their home and decide what color, upholstery and carpeting and everything they'd have for their car, and we would do it for them. And out of the 600 cars that I worked at, we would build, George, hand build one car a day.
Wow.
One car a day would come off our assembly line.
What do these bad
car a
boys
day.
cost, John?
And out of all the cars I worked on, I only worked on one that had a vinyl interior and crank windows. All the rest were some sort of type of leather. But I talked to the people over there. I just loved the car and talked. And years before I came here, back in the 70s, I guess one guy came in. He wanted an Avanti. He wanted a certain way, and he came to the factory before he ordered it to make sure he could. And he wanted zebra skin interior.
Oh, jeez, that's gotta cost.
So he came.
Wow.
So he came to the factory and talked to him, and they said, "Well, we've never had it before, and we don't know where to get it. But if they told him how many square feet or whatever they needed to do the car."
That's gotta be
and
illegal
he came
now.
up with, and he came up with it, and he sent it to him. And the girls tried to do it, but they couldn't do it because of the contours. And there's some tight, Marco would know this, there's some tight contours and curves you have to do on an entire interior of a car. And the material, the zebra skin was just too thick. They couldn't make the contours, so they couldn't do it for him.
John, thanks for the call. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes here. Did you ever have to sew zebra?
No. But I can see what he's talking about. Sometimes it's not very refined when they do it.
Yeah.
And it might be really thick. So
Oh,
yeah, there's different ways to do it. I've seen leathers really thick but very soft at the same time. So
Yeah.
that's the high quality. A lot of oils, the way they make it.
okay. So
And
there's a
there's
lot of
some-
effort put into
Oh yeah, and some
conditioning or tanning or whatever they want to call it.
some of them are thin and hard and just like cardboard. So it all depends how they. Yeah.
Now, Nick Cohn up at WHFB, the boss up there, the manager, he likes to eat kangaroo jerky. So now, if you ever get a kangaroo skin in, could we have the jerky? Can we have the meat to give to Nick? Wallaby, he likes wallaby and kangaroo. Well, I assume he likes wallaby because kangaroo and wallabies are related. And I'm, if you find yourself sewing some guy's motorcycle seat with kangaroo, I want the meat so I can dry it out and serve it to Nick.
I definitely will.
I don't
definitely will.
That guy, young guys, they'll eat anything. I don't know. When I was his
Shark.
age,
I've done shark, and so I could do the meat as well.
oh
for you
really?
guys.
Shark? What did you make a motorcycle seat?
Yeah,
Out of shark.
Shark. Yeah, shark. It's
Was
very
it-
tough.
Was it slippery?
No, you know what? It actually has like a texture to it. It
Oh.
almost like sandpaper. If you go against the whatever.
Wow.
Yeah. And I ate shark before too. So it's
Oh,
very
I've
good.
eaten shark.
Yeah, right. It's delicious.
Oh yeah, Sandy likes it blackened. I think she just loves it that way. All right.
Oh, yeah.
At MC Customs, what kind of stuff can you guys really do? You could do. I know you do motorcycle seats, and car interior, custom car interiors. What about standard car interiors? If somebody had a problem,
Yeah, we
just
do
wanted
repairs.
it made nice again.
Yeah, we do repairs, headliners. They call it the Troy book, which is the original fabric, vinyl, and leathers to the original.
Oh, so you
vehicle.
can get that stuff.
Yes, it's a little pricey. You know, I don't really like to, do them because I feel that, it's a little more pricey. But some customers
If they want
just
it, they want it.
Right,
You know,
right, and they
the-
just want it. Yeah,
There's, there's no skin off of your nose. I mean,
right.
literally.
Yeah, so all stuff like that. Carpets. I was honestly, I tell customers to go ahead and just order the carpet themselves, and if I notice that it's kind of easy, I always tell them just try to put it on yourself. Install it yourself.
Yeah.
It's not because I feel bad sometimes just charging them for that. And
Well, a lot of the stuff you buy for the cars that are made today, you can buy pre-made.
exactly.
They're molded.
Even
everything.
covers
The
like leather
carpet,
covers.
Yeah.
I always tell them try to see if they make this cover for your vehicle and the
Oh
upholstery
yeah, you just
for
buy
it.
it that way. I remember buying one
Right.
for a trunk of my. I had a Crown Victoria one time that a bucket of oysters got dumped over, and it had to be about 3 days later when that stink when it
Yes.
got hot and the trunk was
Yes.
closed. It smelled so bad I had to stop and pull that thing out of the back of the car and throw it in the weeds in the wayside because it stunk so bad I couldn't
Yeah.
stand it. I drove home with the trunk open.
Well, you know
Ugh.
what? What we do is we use the steamer. When sometimes it happens when, for some reason, water. Sometimes they get water in or whatever,
Yeah.
flood or whatever. So what I use when I use the steamer, it kills the bacteria.
Ah,
Yeah.
hence
And-
the smell.
Right.
If you
right,
kill the bacteria,
right.
you kill the smell. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know you
So-
were a scientist too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Except you can't sew zebra,
Yeah,
or
no.
you never sew.
No.
You don't know if you can sew
Well-
zebra. John from Avani wants you to sew zebra. I don't know about that. Shark would be cool. A shark motorcycle seat. How cool would that be? And the headliner, of course, you did. That was Stingray.
Some the Stingray is on the seats. Headliners of any suedes are very in right now, but not the real suede. Just like Alcantara, sometimes they call it, and just regular headliners. A lot of people think that headliners are so hard to do and so expensive to do, and live with it. They drive their nice cars with the thing flapping, and
Exactly.
I suggest just to yank it off because it's too dangerous to have it flapping around.
First of all, yeah.
And they're not so expensive like how people think,
I know most car mechanics don't even want to touch a headliner. They're afraid
They're-
they'll never get it back
Some
right.
of the new ones some of the old ones, the clips, they break. They just break off. Like you don't get a second chance. So I see why people just take it, bring it to me. Some of the new ones are so easy. I mean, so extremely easy. Anybody can do. But it's just the
see,
tricks.
Most of the wrenches that I know, the guys, they don't want to. My guys don't want to touch a
Right.
headliner. They're afraid I'll never
Yeah.
get it back. It'll never
Yeah.
look right
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
it'll sag.
And we have tricks where we don't have to take the windshield or the rear mirror. I mean, window or nothing like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the whole thing comes out through a door.
Wow.
Yeah, we shrink it.
Really? No, you're kidding me. Now he had me. He knew he had me. He's watching my eyes follow what he's talking about.
He's so smart. I cannot believe I got him on that one.
I know, man. Well, anyway, so all this, anything interior can be fixed.
Yes.
But looking at this seat there, I'm thinking anything interior can also be made.
Yes.
It takes a little ingenuity to grab a seat, break the weld, bring it out, curve it over, re-weld it. Now it's shaped the way I want it. Now I'm going to cover it. Now I'm going to make it nice.
Make a pattern and...
Unbelievable. And you see these guys, they got, they called it when I was a kid in the 60s. Everybody's hot rod, they wanted it rolled and tucked or
tuck
something.
And roll.
Tuck and roll, and then something was tucked and pleated.
Yeah.
And
that's actually in front of it. I incorporated that as well. Difference is that you stitch, tuck, roll it, stitch again. When you butterfly it looks like that.
Sounds
versus
tedious.
just a stitch in the middle. Yeah,
but it looks good.
Yeah, and then you
looks real
put heavy foam and it makes it look puffy like that,
And then you can put a big fat butt on it like
Oh,
mine.
yeah. I tried it myself, so
Yeah,
it handles, yeah.